Hey, Vikings fans, welcome into another episode of the Skol Hop. I'm Evan.
And I'm Austin.
We're just a couple of dudes from Iowa. We like drinking beer, talking about the Vikings.
Absolutely we do. And we got a good beer this week. I'm excited.
It's a mystery, again.
I say that. I've never tried this beer, but we've tried the brewery and the beer looks good, so I'm excited to try it.
You know what else looks good is your foil wrapping job.
You know, you
This
get enough
is like-
grief for something and you gotta change it.
This is next level.
Pay no mind to the transparent tape on the seam.
I did notice that, but if it's what keeps it together, then there you go.
That's true. But I will say I tried the hardest on this foil wrap job, harder than I ever have before. So
Nicely done.
Yep.
Well, we'll get into that in just a minute. But before we do, we better thank our friends over at Big Top Ventures for sponsoring today's episode. So, quick shout out to them. Quick shout out to Big Top Ventures for sponsoring today's episode. They can get you the lowest rate possible on several all-inclusive resorts in Mexico or Jamaica. Big Top Ventures, step right up to your next big adventure, and you can email them at bigtopventures@LLC. I almost forgot that part. Big Top Ventures LLC @gmail.com. So that'll be down here on the screen. And shoot them an email if you're interested in checking them out.
And please do. What am I, just over a week since I've been down there. And I want to go back to Cancun today. That'd be awesome if I could get a flight right now. And if I could, I know Big Top Ventures would be able to hook me up. But yeah, it's a good time. And I'll definitely be booking through them again. Hopefully
And I'm
sometime soon.
definitely hoping to in the future. So
Your wife would appreciate it.
all right, let's get into this beer.
Yeah.
So another week of some tall boys here.
Yeah. You know, you kind of can't go away from tall boys once you start getting on that train. So,
True.
So I found this one at our favorite spot, and I really wanted to try it. I have never tried it. I would venture to say that you've never had this one either.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's still guessable. You should be able to get the type of beer, the alcohol content, and with some help, you'll be able to get the brewery.
All right.
So
Let's do this.
Let's crack them open.
Always a good chance to remind our audience out there that if you're listening, you might want to watch on YouTube or Spotify. You can watch us pour the beer each week, get a sense of what we're drinking.
You can even find some clips on Facebook from time and again.
Yeah.
And we are not hard to find. The Skol Hop everywhere. So what are you thinking of? What are you seeing on this beer? What are you smelling? What are your thoughts?
So my first thought, and you said it's one that we haven't had, so this would be wrong, but it looks and smells like Big Grove Arms Race.
Okay. I see what you mean. That is an amber look, a darker look beer. And this one is also a darker beer. Mm-hmm. It's not, you can't really see through this. This is a thick looking, very hazy looking beer. Using my words carefully here. Have you tried it yet? Did you just take a sip or are you waiting?
I'm waiting for the Skol.
Let's try it. Skol.
Skol. Wow.
Ooh. Okay.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. It's got like a hit of a flavor that I did not expect. You don't normally get that kind of, I'll almost say like caramely type flavor that just comes through at the end. Is that right? Am I kind of hitting it there?
There's some sweetness in there, but there's also some hoppy bitterness to it as well. It's balanced, I think, in a lot of ways. I like it.
This may be the thickest looking non-porter beer I've ever seen.
So it's not a porter. Okay.
You got me.
Process of elimination.
Yeah, again, I need to choose my words carefully.
Okay. Gosh.
Yeah. So listeners, while he's thinking, I'll describe it a little bit more. It's pretty thick looking. It has, would you say like a caramel look to it?
It does.
The color and
it's very
viscosity.
Brown.
Yeah. It's got a nice, I don't know, earthy, IPA-y, hoppy flavor.
It's definitely got a strong hop character to it. But then, it finishes nice and sweet on the back end.
Yeah, that's...
Is it caramel or caramel?
That's kind of the flavor I'm getting. Nothing in the name of this says caramel or anything like that.
I was more concerned about the pronunciation of the word.
Yeah, it's a personal choice, but if you say anything other than caramel, you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to think about what I say there for a second.
I think I've said it both ways. It's like
probably.
Data.
Yeah.
I've said both the same, or in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
All right. This is tough, actually. You said this would be easy, but
I think you'd be able to guess it. So just take it one step at a time. Type. What do you think about type?
I think I'm going to go with it like a hoppy amber.
Oh, okay. So you're saying hoppy amber.
Yeah.
Official guess?
Going.
Yeah. Going. All right. Well, you're wrong on that.
Okay.
It's a double dry hopped hazy IPA.
Okay. Well, that would make sense because, it's very hazy, first of all. And yeah, that hop character is strong. Mm-hmm. But it's not the typical color that it's not as light.
No, just off the color, I can see why you guessed amber. And it's got that almost darker flavor. Mm-hmm. So I can also, off the flavor, kind of see why you would think that.
That's why it reminded me of Arms Race, because that has that hoppy IPA flavor to it, but it also has the maltiness of an amber beer. So, okay, so it's a double dry hopped hazy IPA. Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess the ABV is, let's go 6.3%.
Oh, now I'm second guessing myself a little bit.
I had to peel the foil back last week to check.
I'm gonna say you're definitely wrong. You're undershooting it a lot.
I'm undershooting.
Yeah, but I wanna.
Oh boy.
I wanna figure out if I can. Oh man.
I'm not looking. I'm looking at the camera.
All right. I know it's on the can.
You picked the wrong spot to look.
I did. My goodness.
Is it 7, 8? It definitely tastes boozy.
You are wrong. It is 8.5.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good thing we only have a 4-pack.
Yeah.
8.4. Wow.
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
It's 4-pack.
Hazy, a double dry hopped hazy IPA, 8.5%.
So you're 0 for 2 so far.
Brewery.
Last one's a brewery.
Okay. Is this a brewery that we might travel to?
It's
coming up. Is it on the list?
It's potentially on the list.
Okay. Is it in a smaller town or a bigger town? Or
it's in a bigger area.
Okay.
Like a very big area.
Des Moines?
Well, that area. Yeah.
Okay. So it's in the Des Moines area.
Yeah. Our football team lost to this city's football team in the state championship one year when we were in high school.
So that would be West Des Moines?
Nope.
No?
Unless I'm mistaken on high school football. It's in Ankeny.
Ankeny. Okay. Yeah, maybe we did. Yeah, we did lose to Ankeny in a championship game. Okay, so it's in Ankeny. Now I got to go to the list and look.
Yeah, go to the list.
All the breweries
we have
Ankeny.
had this brewery before.
Firetrucker?
It is Firetrucker.
All right, there you go.
All right, man. Well,
So,
I'll give that to you. I'll say that you got the brewery.
Firetrucker, 8.5%. What's the name? What's the can look like? I gotta see.
Let's open it up. So I've already got mine open here. It's one I've never even seen before, so I don't know how new it is.
Ooh.
It is the Firetrucker Tropical Burn Mango Double IPA. So
Nice.
I don't know how much mango I'm getting.
I'm not getting a lot of mango.
But that's not to say it's not a great beer. It's a really good beer. It has like a... If I had never tried it and didn't know exactly what it was, I feel like just tasting it, I'd say something similar to what you said. I'd probably say like an ambery IPA. instead of a hoppy amber. Same thing. It's just,
But the color makes sense with the mango, I think. And now that I know that it's a mango, I can taste the mango. And I think that's what adds a lot of the sweetness to it.
Yeah, I'm still getting a lot of, and maybe it's just my taste, the caramely vibes to it a little bit.
Since you said it, that's
that
what
aftertaste a little bit in a great way. I like this one a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, I do too. Double IPA with sweet citrus and mango flavors. Well-balanced hops. Beer is art, it says.
I don't see anywhere where it says what hops they use, but there's a QR code on there. Maybe I'll scan that at one point and try to figure it out. But yeah, Firetrucker, really good. I like this a lot.
Good stuff. I like it.
I think the only thing that would keep me from getting this a lot of times and getting a lot of it is that high alcohol content.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're looking for one or two to enjoy and to really end your day, and maybe it's just me, maybe 8.5, which is quite a bit for me. Maybe that's, nothing for some people. But for me, if I was going to have one or two of these, it would be like my last one or two of the day.
Yep.
And I would enjoy it very much. So yeah, good one. Firetrucker Tropical Burn Mango Double IPA. And unless you have any thoughts on it right now, we can kind of give a fully rounded thought on it towards the end of the episode.
Let's enjoy the rest of what we've got here, and we can talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah. Skol.
Skol.
All right, Ev, we've had a couple now. What did you think of the Firetrucker Brewery Tropical Burn Mango Double IPA?
I will say 8.5%.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it for sure. We've had two.
We've had most of two, and I think that's all that I can do for tonight. We're gonna have to hang this up, and I'm gonna need to go to bed.
This is a nightcap. This is the one that you're finishing. You got the TV on, or you're staring at the fire, and you just need one more. And this is it. I like it though.
It's a good one.
It's a good delicious. I think for me, it's the caramel. Yeah, and I guess I can't figure out any better way to describe it, but it's that finish that kind of reminds me of a caramely finish.
It definitely surprised me. Like, I was expecting more of an amber, but I could sense the higher ABV too, and I'm surprised that I guessed so low. But I guess that's because we're typically more in the like 4.5 to 5.5 range, which is why I started like above 6. But yeah, 8.5. That's hefty.
Yeah. So I also knew. So Evan's a teacher, and this is the summer. And I knew Evan, of the two of us, Evan is the early one to go to bed. I knew the summer is the best time to have a beer that was higher than 8%.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah. So I was thinking of you.
Thank you.
And I knew you'd like it. So I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad I like it, because the description really, I was like, ooh, that's going to be good. And it was good.
Yeah, I agree. Very good. Very complex, might I add.
Yeah.
Like, it's not your typical like, oh yeah, that's a Bud Light or whatever. Like, it's just, you had me stumped from the beginning with everything. So,
well, it wasn't me. It was Firetrucker.
Good stuff.
So.
It was good stuff. Good stuff from Firetrucker. Good on you for picking it, and great wrapping job too. Let's just admire that one more time if you're watching. What a solid tinfoil wrapping job we have here. So smooth, hardly any wrinkles. You got the tape.
Oh, stop!
Got the tape on the seam.